first thing that I would want everyone to feel today at this moment, before we get into the books, is by feeling and knowing. Before you understand this, you have to understand what is Shiva Om. Zero. Until unless we don't understand zero, nothingness, the ultimate soul, we will not understand the different perspectives. I would want to stand here as who I am today. I would want to stand here as my father's daughter, to whom reason is his choda and reason's bada. I still have him in me, as we don't have his presence here. Again, at the soul level, I'm very, very sure that he must be blessing him, and he must be the loudest cheerleader of saying that he's really, really, really proud of Reason and Parwati Auntie, because I was introduced to Parwati Auntie when I was maybe 10, 11 years old. I was a young kid, and my dad told me, do you know she is doing her MA in Nepali? And I was like, okay, MA, and that time I was a school kid, so I was like, acha. And that day, I still remember my dad said that she writes very well. Today, I literally went back to that day when I was introduced to Parwati Auntie. She is not the person who we see just today. She has been this since ever. Like she said, she used to write, but she used to hold it. Similarly, that day reminded me that that was something maybe we are witnessing today. So reality actually does not happen when we actually see it. We saw this day in a conversation with my father on the road, on the street, that she would be an author someday. And today she is an author. I still remember Reason jumping from sofa to sofa when I used to come back from school. I was in boarding. So the only kid who used to actually be, living in our home was Reason. Right? So that time also he used to jump from one sofa to the other, one room to the other, actually finding the reason to sit in which one. So he was not a person who could ever sit in one place. That does not mean that he is restless. It simply means that he was somebody who was finding where to stop. But he has found it very early that souls have no end. It goes on and on and on and on. Not just 2 birds, 4 birds, 5 birds, maybe 500, 700 birds we take to finish this soul journey. So, to be very honest, one day he was sitting at home. He came and he was discussing like, and I asked him one question. He was just discussing, your name is Reason, but what is the reason of your life? Today he actually has found the reason of his life's first step. This is just his first step. There's a lot to go. Because soul still has to evolve. He has just got the answers of some soul contracts and triggers that he has actually experienced. And this is rare. Not everybody has the capacity to experience from the 5 senses and feel from the 7 senses and put it in one focus area. And this is also maturity, evolution. And this is real evolution. So I am really, really very proud. And on behalf of my father, I would like to congratulate both Parwati Auntie and Reason for this, from the bottom of my heart. And all I would say is, just remember, this is the beginning. Lead every step of yours with unconditional love, peace, and freedom from all the baggages. Lead.